My name's Kevin Hack. I'm sales coordinator at Home Farm Nacton, and we're just outside the village of Nacton in Suffolk. Well, we grow a huge range of organic vegetables, from broccoli, cabbages, cauliflowers, leeks, all kinds of things, as well as potatoes and onions and lots of different vegetables. And we cover around about 2,000 hectares altogether. At the moment we're around about 40% organic, but that's increasing each year as we're finding there's more demand for organic produce. I think there's a general awareness amongst the public. I think they're becoming more conscious about their diets and about the kind of food they eat, and they want to know more about the provenance of the food and where it comes from. The first organic fields were back in 1998, I believe it was, and since then it's grown hectare by hectare each year. Farm's owned by a family, the Bents Joneses, who were instrumental in setting up the farm and the basis of the farm as it is today. And the farm's also run by a board of directors as well, who make the decisions on the day-to-day running the business of the farm as well. We employ around about 40 full-time members of staff here, and there are also quite a few seasonal workers at different times of the year, depending on the jobs we have around the farm. So at any one point there can be anything up to 150 people working at the farm any one time, really. Yeah, the challenges are really that we live in a really lovely part of the country where it's very dry, the climate's very good, it's very mild for majority of the year, so we tend not to have the extremes of weather, but it means also we don't have the rainfall that we do around the rest of the UK. So irrigation is a big part of our task on the farm, and it's one of the things that the farm has invested in very heavily over the last sort of 20 years or so. The whole systems of underground pipes and pumps, and we now have several reservoirs dotted around the farm which hold water ready for the season. So we're very, very careful of the way we use water and the way that we store water as well. It's one of the big challenges, really. With broccoli growing at the moment, this is the second crop following on, which was planted earlier on in the spring, and this follows the winter crop that was in here previously. We're very lucky that the soil is very light and sandy and a very loamy soil, so we're able to use double cropping where we can have one crop follow another after we've obviously fed the soil and returned some of the nutrients to the ground. It's an advantage for us in that we can have two crops to sell for the year, basically. And as you can see, we're growing leeks in this field for this year. These were planted back in May time, and they'll be ready around January, February of next year as part of our winter crop for leeks, because we're now finding that we can supply leeks most of the year round. As you can see, weeds are a problem in the organic fields. There's a difference between the two sides, where one side where the guys have already walked this particular bed, and you can see they've pulled out the weeds that are lying here in the wheelings that will just shrivel up and die. And this side you can see they're yet to get to, where the weeds are competing for the space, which is denying the main plant the light that it needs, and also they're taking up water and nutrients away from the main crop as well. Today we've chosen a really lovely day for harvesting onions. You see the harvester is picking up the onions that have been placed in rows and lifted slightly out of the soil by the windrower, and these then will go off to our onion store where they'll be kept with warm air blown through them to help crisp them up. What do I think of Organic North? Oh, we're really pleased to work with Organic North. We work with quite a few wholesalers, and I think it's important that we try and spread the organic message as much as we can. They're lovely, really nice, always on the phone, always having a chat, and it's just great to deal with. Yeah, quite straightforward. Only all our customers are like that.